Hi, everybody. Luke from Kiss the Cook here again, back with another one of our community chats this week. And in anticipation of our donation campaign, we'll be donating 10% of our sales from Friday, September 10th through Sunday, the 12th to Hunger Free Vermont. We're joined by Teddy Wazazak, their Universal School Meals campaign manager. Thanks for joining us, Teddy. And why don't we start there? Can you just tell us, for the folks that aren't familiar with Hunger Free Vermont, what it is you folks do and what you're about?
Yes, definitely. And thank you again so much for inviting me on and doing the great program this weekend. So Hunger Free Vermont is an anti-hunger, anti-poverty organization that does a very large swath of things. They do everything from, or we do everything, I should say, from doing political work to help move forward the Universal School Meals campaign, as well as working with places like the Vermont Food Bank to help get folks direct access to the food and the resources they need. Hunger Free Vermont also has hunger councils set up all over the state that are supported by staff, but led by volunteers that we have worked with, that we've recruited. And these hunger councils cover, certain areas of the state that help people get access to resources, specifically in Windham County, Windsor County, Chittenden County, the islands. And Hunger Free Vermont also does a lot of direct support to schools and helping them access federal and state resources and helping them write grants and helping them just pull all of the bureaucratic levers that need to be pulled for them to run school nutrition programs and things like that.
Cool. That sounds like a lot. Sounds like you all have a lot going on.
Yeah, no, I've been with Hunger Free, I think almost 6 months now, and I'm still learning every day new things that the organization does. It's a great group of people, and it has a really large reach.
So tell me a little bit about your role specifically. Universal School Meals campaign. Kids are back in school just fairly recently here. Tell me about what it is you're working on, and also does the start of the school year have any significant impact on that, or is it just kind of another time of year for you?
Well, it's definitely a busy time of year. So what my role is, as you mentioned, is the Universal School Meals campaign manager. So my job is moving forward and building the campaign that will bring breakfast and lunch to every student in every school across Vermont, regardless of their family's income. So over this past school year and this coming school year, as part of some USDA waivers that came out as part of the federal COVID-19 response, all students in Vermont have been experiencing and will experience universal school meals. Last year was obviously very different in that schools were just trying to get whatever food they could to students in whatever way they could. That involved a lot of home delivery on school buses or distribution sites where parents would come and pick up meals to take back to their students. But this year, as you mentioned, just about all the kids are back in schools and those federal waivers are still in place. So this year, K through 12, everybody will have access to breakfast and lunch every day. So the question then becomes, how do we make that a permanent program in Vermont? Maine and California have both already made this program permanent, showing that both big states and large states can do this. And it's just about, like I said, building that campaign, building the grassroots support to let the folks in Montpelier know that this is a priority for families. So I have been, and the team have been, traveling all over the state this summer and this fall to community events and county fairs, just talking to folks one-on-one about the need for universal school meals. Because if you think about it, after the end of this year, it's a young generation, but there is going to be a whole generation of students who have just experienced universal school meals as the norm. And we feel strongly that, we can't go back to the old way of cash registers and means testing and having families literally have to send pay stubs to the school to prove that they're in need enough of the school meals, when realistically every child needs a couple of good nutritious meals to be able to learn and just to function throughout the day. And so we believe, that the school meal should be treated like teachers, textbooks, and school buses. You just get access to it as part of your school day.
Sure. So how can folks get involved to help you with that? Are there ways that they can get engaged with that trying to help promote that program?
Absolutely, they can. So the best way to get involved is to go to universalschoolmealsvt.org. And that is our campaign website. There is a button on there there's many buttons and many pages on there, a page to learn more about the campaign and specifically like it does a good deep dive of what's in the legislation and the actual policy we're trying to do. But there's also a way to sign up to volunteer for the campaign, and myself or a member of the team will be in touch to work you into things. And the most important thing folks can do, though, is to sign one of our supporter cards. And the link to that is right on our website. And the supporter cards basically function as a statement of support from any given Vermonter to their representative in Montpelier. And so when we go back to the State House in January and try to push this cause forward, we will have, and we already have, hundreds of supporter cards from folks all over the state that support this. And we're always looking for more. So that is the most important thing that a person can individually do to help the campaign.
Supporter card feels like a pretty simple way to help out. And are there volunteer opportunities as well? I know with COVID, the volunteer world has gotten a little bit trickier. Are there still some volunteer opportunities out there for folks?
Yes, you are right. It has gotten tricky, but yes, we are here to help you, help us help the campaign in any way that you feel comfortable. So you can write letters to the editor. You can put up posts on social media, and we can help get you graphics and captions for those things. If you have a really strong email network, we can help you write a really good email to send out to your friends and your family and your coworkers, encouraging them to sign supporter cards. So yes, things have definitely changed a bit in the COVID world when it comes to volunteering, but there are definitely plenty of opportunities. And I personally believe that if someone wants to help a cause, it's incumbent upon us to try and meet that person where they are and to let them help as much as they want to and as much as they can. So if folks can also, you have my email, I'm sure we can share it out. Folks can also reach out directly to me via phone or email. But the website's a great resource as well.
Sure. And what's that web address again?
I'm going to quadruple confirm it just to make sure I was right, and I was. It's universalschoolmealsvt.org.
Great. Anything else you want folks to know about Hunger Free Vermont or the work you're doing specifically that I didn't touch on?
Yes, I think I'll just add that there's a lot of stigma involved, and there are a lot of kids right now who are falling through the cracks in one way or another. So even though that there are these federal programs to help extremely low income families get access to free and reduced meals, it doesn't go nearly far enough. And there are kids who fall through the cracks, and there are kids who get bullied in cafeterias for being the poor kids in need of certain meals, when realistically it's something that everybody needs. And that carries through to the main mission, and the main belief of Hunger Free Vermont is that everybody deserves access to good, nutritious food, and that should flow right into the schools as well.
Well, healthy meals for our kids feels like something we should all be able to agree on. And we're looking forward to supporting you folks this weekend, September 10th through the 12th. And thanks for your time today, Teddy. Looking forward to working with you guys again in the future.
Thank you so much, Luke. It's much appreciated.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.